What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will go on the attack first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well.
Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now he's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Lockett. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And it falls in, complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. So Oregon's offense will have its first possession of the game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Oh, he's got some space.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. The line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. From the gun, running back gets the give.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ellington. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Big fella moving. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Got him downfield. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be...
Turning it on! And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage in the back end defensively.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lindsey.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him, he's got a rhythm going, he's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Bringing the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men will have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. Nevada handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Reno, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score.
On the ground, it's Anger.
A busy day in the Mountain West, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Anger. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It's complete. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got an open man. What a cut. Now he's loose. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Got the quick pass. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Oh, they're answering! And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Going to swing it on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Completes it in the middle. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Just drives it between the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The Badgers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He takes it at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together,
unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The give on the option. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Ellington. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Intercepted, and the defense is set him up.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got it behind the line. It's Lindsey. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Anger. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Out of the gun, the running back has it. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Now improvising. He throws one to the left. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for room at the 40. It's a running room. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Lindsey. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the end.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Badgers will punt this one away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab on the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Pulls it in. It's Ellington. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. Will the down. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ellington. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Line is set on third down. Dropping back, it's Lyle. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking to throw on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd down.
Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page and then having that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's loose. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll pull it on the read.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Wisconsin, 6.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They go to the draw. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Badger! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like letting different guys get involved too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Looking downfield, it's Lyle. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception.
Going deep. Reels it in down the left side. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Oregon. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to...
There he goes! He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Let's see what they do on third down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The give to the back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides to back and leaps it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give to the tailback. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a man. It's Karapateas. Pressure coming. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent.